What's going on, everybody? Pogiforce here. You're watching Pogiforce Plays, and today we're going to be doing a live reaction to the brand new Sea of Thieves cinematic trailer for the next adventure, known as Return of the Damned. This is the big showdown that may see us returning Flameheart to full life. Or we may be finally getting rid of Flameheart for good. This is actually an adventure that I can already tell is going to be a major turning point in the story of Sea of Thieves. Now again, this is a live first look reaction. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but all people are talking about is the fact that this is another major decision point in the game. You see Pendragon and Flameheart on the thumbnail, the title thumbnail for this adventure, so it's bound to be good. I'm a little undecided as to who I want to side with. On the one hand, I think Flameheart getting his body back makes him more killable, because I'm very much on the side of getting rid of Flameheart for good. Getting rid of his body doesn't get rid of him for good, it just prevents him from having a body. But Pendragon, after the last adventure, Pendragon wanting some closure and to fix his past mistakes, that's something I can vibe with. Pendragon's one of my favorite characters. But I think we're done enough talking before the video. Let's get into the video. We'll do the usual, watch it through once, and then we'll go back and pick through it and react and see what we can find. Any secrets that might be hidden here.
I was so sure we'd won.
Okay.
I never imagined the sacrifices some would be willing to make.
Oh, what?
In the name of their king.
I understand now.
The prophecy had come to pass. The return of Captain Flameheart was now inevitable. We thought if we performed the ritual ourselves, we could summon Flameheart, then bind him, banish his spirit beyond all reach.
Okay.
But try as we might, our efforts were in vain.
They're on the Black Witch.
And so
There's the
one
little crabby.
Flameheart's return. It was time to make a sacrifice of my own.
Pendragon's monologuing. What are you doing?
Wait, no!
Now the souls of two pirates hang in the balance, but only one can make it back to the Sea of Thieves. Me or Captain Flameheart?
You're going... Wait, what?
Is yours.
Okay. Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top.
I was so sure we'd won.
That's referencing in the last adventure the fact that we thought we had actually defeated Stitcher Gem and prevented the return of Flameheart. But as it turns out, we did not. Or we did defeat Stitcher Gem. This part here, though, that's Flameheart's body with Stitcher Gem's skull. So all they said they needed was a skull. I see the loophole here. It didn't have to be Flameheart's skull. It just had to be a skull. I don't know if it needed to be the skull of an Ashen Lord or a skull, period. But it begs the question to me that if all they needed was a complete body and the bones didn't have to actually been Flameheart's in origin, then why didn't they just use literally any of the other Ashen Lords that were already in service to Flameheart, who no doubt have been defeated at this point? This also brings up the idea that, yes, in fact, if they probably knew that this would be Stitcher Gem's fate, the Servant of the Flame and Flameheart, and so, yes, they really did lead him along. This wasn't a promise of power. He was being manipulated and used. Those of you who are supporting Flameheart, keep that in mind. He does not care about you. He does not. His promise of freedom, it is a lie. You are nothing more than tools in service to him, and as soon as you are no longer useful, he will throw you aside. Stitcher Jim wasn't the first, and he won't be the last. Be warned. Now, where are we in this one? Oh, hold up. This is a new location. Look at this. Is this a river of gold? Where is this? There's a basin. Wait, is this what's under the Reaper's hideout? Is why the Reaper's hideout was built in that very specific place? That's a river of gold. Interesting. Okay.
Imagine the sacrifices some would be willing to make in the name of their king.
And then there's this back here. I can't quite make out. It looks like a way into that space. Alright, so now we're on the Black Witch. This is the same table where the ritual was performed that got Pendragon out of his painting. I see Belle is trying to figure it out too.
The return of Captain Flameheart.
And the book has the Soul Flame Lantern on it. I can't recall if that was the book from the Tall Tale or the Seabound Soul, or if that was something else.
It was now inevitable. We thought if we performed the ritual ourselves, we could summon.
By the way, this is actually a really cool way to do this trailer, because Pendragon is narrating, and the trailers were never narrated before.
The prophecy had come to pass. The return of Captain Flameheart was now inevitable.
But this is the Black Witch. This is Pendragon's ship.
We could summon Flameheart.
Now, this is interesting because this looks familiar. I think that this is actually... It's hanging where Pendragon's portrait used to be. And I think that that is actually one of the new trophies. Let me check real quick. Okay, so it doesn't look like that is actually an existing trophy in the game. But it does strongly bear resemblance to it. And that has me thinking that this might be one of the rewards for the adventure. It's got a gold frame. This we've started seeing trinkets and trophies being rewarded for adventures. I could see this being a reward. It's clearly a painting of the Sea of the Damned.
Banish his spirit beyond all reach.
And they want to banish him, I guess, to the Sea of the Damned. And I guess putting him in a portrait of the Sea of the Damned somehow banishes him there.
But try as we might, our efforts were in vain.
And there's Shelly the Crab.
Responsible for Flameheart's return.
I noticed this here. I'm not sure. Was that always there on the ship?
It was time to make a sacrifice of my own.
Your sword doesn't actually have a hilt or a scabbard. Okay, so I guess he says this is somehow him making a sacrifice. What does this do? What does this do? If he's putting himself at risk, but like, how does this help capture Flameheart? I guess the adventure itself is going to have to explain this here, because I'm not understanding. I mean, I wasn't understanding why they were using this specific painting to begin with. Why this painting? What's going on? What does the Sword of Souls have to do with it? How does the Sword of Souls work in this regard? Because from my understanding, all the Sword of Souls did was sever spirits from their bones so that way they could go to the Sea of the Damned. Like, actually pass on. Except it didn't work with Flameheart, and it didn't work with Flameheart twice. So I saw some people like making fun of Pendragon for this, and it almost seems like they're right in this. He's making a sacrifice play, but if this doesn't actually help advance the goal of capturing Flameheart, all he's doing is upping the stakes for us without without actually making things better. Like, this was unnecessary, Pendragon. Whether or not it actually is unnecessary, I guess we won't find out until the adventure is live, but this really feels really unnecessary.
Now the souls of 2 pirates hang in the balance, but only one can make it back to the Sea of Thieves. Me or Captain Flameheart? The choice is yours.
That is a really epic sound, though. Now, maybe what he's doing is that using the portrait, he's creating a portal to the Sea of the Damned that he can then go into and then square off with Flameheart, because supposedly Flameheart's soul is hiding in the Sea of the Damned, so that way he can, basically gather his forces and gather his power until he has a new vessel to occupy. So maybe that's what he's saying, is that he's basically throwing himself into the Sea of the Damned to fight Flameheart personally. But I don't see that going well for him. And, like, even assuming that we didn't get involved at all, just him single-handedly squaring up with Captain Flameheart, it doesn't seem like a good idea. But it still begs the question why it had to be a picture of the Sea of the Damned to go to the Sea of the Damned, because we've seen him in the Sea of the Damned before, so it's like, why did you need to do that? But I think that was really a real clever way for them to actually say, hey, you know, it's like, you know, Stitcher Jim's still helping Flameheart come back, just not the way he thought he would. November 3rd, that is tomorrow. Through the 17th, we got 2 full weeks to enjoy this adventure. I'm going to do the best I can to ensure that Pendragon comes back, but my availabilities being what they are, and from what I've seen of online polls, it looks like Flameheart might win this, and we might lose Pendragon to the Sea of the Damned. We already lost Merrick. Now we're about to lose Pendragon. We're losing all the cool NPCs. All of the cool legends. Alright guys, well, this has been interesting. If we look here, it looks like actually in the background, we see 2 different locations. We see what appears to be the ritual site at the Black Witch, which I guess will be Pendragon's side. And then we see the actual, Ooh, I'm observant. That is the Reaper's Hideout, which, that's not what I'm saying I'm observant about. You may not be able to notice it, but at the bottom, if I were to get my mouse off screen, I don't know if that helps, but you can see at the very bottom, the very edge of the doorway that was in the floor, and the door's not there. It's open. So what we were seeing at the beginning of him on that, like, platform with the body in the river of gold, that is what's under that's what's under there. That's what's under there. We're finally going beneath the door in the Reaper's Hideout. We're finally going beneath the door in the Reaper's Hideout. This is going to be exciting. I am not a Flameheart fan, but I'm going to play both sides as usual. I guess that's a true pirate way to do it. I am a supporter of Pendragon, so any of my additional time will probably be spent Pendragon, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Either way, big change is coming. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. I will be streaming this live on Saturday. Hope to see you for that. And until then, everyone, I am Pogiforce. You guys stay awesome, and I will catch you later. Bye, everybody.